Hello everybody, today I'll be teaching you how to solve a 4x4 Rubik's Cube. To solve it, we would solve the centers, then solving the edges so that they're the same, and then we'd solve any parity or any exception cases that wouldn't normally happen on a normal 3x3. There are two parity cases, OLL and PLL Parity. You must be able to know how to solve a normal 3x3 to continue with the video. So if you haven't already, learn to do that. And you must watch the whole video to learn how to solve this, because you may go up to 3x3 stage and you may confidently solve that, and one time you might experience parity and you'll find yourself not being able to solve it. So now let's go on with the video. So first what we would do is build a first center, and I like doing white. So what we would do is make two bars and we'd connect them to make one center. So for these two I can just connect it and it makes one bar. Next we would just bring it to the side and look for the other center pieces. So I see it is here, and I can just try to connect these two pieces to make a bar. And if I try to make a move like that, this piece would have to be there, so when I moved it to the left it would pair up. So I do that and then it'd pair up. So what I would do is move it to opposite places and just bring that bar up to make one center. And after that we would just apply the same things but with the opposite center. So in this case it is yellow. And you may notice you can solve your center pieces anywhere, but you have to solve it in a strict color order. So we see here white is opposite to yellow, so we solve yellow. So we'd bring that up to make a bar, we'd bring that bar to the side and bring it down. And we can't just bring that bar to the left or else it'll be brought down. So we have to move it to the side and look for the other center pieces, and it is right here. So I can just make that move and it makes a bar. So if you try doing what we did with the normal with the white center, you notice that if you try to make the yellow center, that messes up the white center. So we can't just bring it up. Instead what we do is bring it so that they're in the same slice, bring it up, do a Uw2, and since that has to go down and that also has to go back down, it's going to solve both centers. And after that what we do is solve these last four centers, and we'd hold the white and yellow in the side. So we notice we can see blue is mostly solved, so we go for blue. And since we're making bars, we have to connect these two since there's already one bar there. So we can move this piece out the way, so when we move that down, it makes one bar. So what we can do, since there's nothing solved in this layer, we can just bring to the side and bring that up, and that would solve the blue center. So after blue it would be red. So in this case, if you ever see anything that's diagonal, what you can do is just do this, and that would solve one bar. And since there was a piece down there, it suddenly connected and made a bar. So we also have to make another bar and connect this piece with this piece, so we can just bring that up, move it to the side, and undo what we just did. And now we can just connect these two pieces, move that to the side, and bring it back up. And that, notice that doesn't mess up the blue center. So in this case all the centers are done, right? No. What's after red? Green. So green has to go there. So we have to do, you have to swap these two centers, and it can be easily done by doing this. And because it was already completed by itself, I'm going to show some cases where it's not already solved. So in this case, we also have to make some bars. So we have to try to solve as much as we can. So we have to make at least 3 pieces on this side. So we need at least 3 greens, or we have to make 2 bars. So I can just bring this piece up and move it to the side, and I notice when this piece gets moved down, it will pair up with this piece. So if we do that, it won't make a bar. It will make a bar, but it'll just mess that up. So what we can do instead is bring that piece down so it makes a bar. And since we can't just bring it up because that breaks up everything before it, we have to put it to the same slice, bring it up, do a U2, and bring it down, and that solves all the centers. The next step you have to do is solve the middle edges. So in this case, for the 3x3, it's just one solid color. But on any big cube, you have to join the two edges so that they are the same, like this. So what we would do is place two of the same edges, like these two, in the middle layer. And if they are on different slices, so one is here and one is here, you just connect it and replace it with any broken pair and undo what you just did. So the only other case is where they are in the same layer. So if they are in the same layer, what you would do is you could incorporate your first algorithm, which is called the flipping algorithm. So what it does, it switches the permutation and orientation of an edge piece. So this moves here, and this specific sticker moves to the side. So if they're in the same layer, you do this algorithm. And it would solve this pair, and you just replace it with any unfixed edge, and then you just do the same thing for all the edges. Solved. Replace it with a broken pair and undo what I just did. And you may notice that after some pairing, the top side is filled with completely solved edges. So what you would do in this case is rotate like that. And then you'd keep doing the same thing for all the remaining edges. And then after that, you may notice you can't do any edge pairing because it's just gonna break up. So what you would do in this case is just stop doing that and do what you did for the if they're in the same layer. So if they are in different layers, you put them so that they are in the same layer, like that, and then you do your flipping algorithm with the U-wide move that I showed you, and that solves this edge. And then I see these two, but they're in different layers, so I do the flipping algorithm, and now they are in the same layer, and it just solves itself along the way. So that is edge pairing, and it is actually not that complicated. So we would continue solving it like a 3x3. So you may notice for PLL I did a weird algorithm, and that was parity, and I experienced a parity case. The next step is to solve, while doing 3x3 stage, is to solve any parities. So for OLL parity, it is when an odd amount of edges are flipped, like this. So you see only 3 edges are flipped, and you have to flip one edge so that it is adjusted. So if that ever happens, what you would do is just do the parity algorithm, and it is really long. So here it is. So that would flip this edge, and if you need any help memorizing this algorithm, I suggest that you wait till the end of the video, and I will include a section specifically for helping you memorize how to solve using that algorithm. And PLL parity is when you have to swap only 2 edges, and what you would do in this case is this algorithm. So that is the PLL Parity algorithm, and it swaps these 2 edges. So now I will do the parts where how to recognize OLL and PLL Parity. So let's pretend we're doing a solve. So say we're just doing a random solve and we see an odd amount of edges flipped. So we can tell that we have OLL Parity. So we just do OLL Parity algorithm. So that solves OLL Parity, and we continue solving it. And we notice we have PLL Parity because we only have to swap 2 edges. So we do that algorithm. And then we'd solve the Rubik's Cube. Now, this is the section where to help you memorize the OLL and PLL Parity algorithm. So first we'll do PLL Parity. The PLL Parity algorithm is actually very easy. It's just slice twice the right layer, U2, slice right the slice layer twice, then do wide, slice R2, U2, and wide R2. So pretty much you're just gonna keep doing this and a random U2 move. So here's how you can remember it. Normal U2, wide U2, wide U2, and normal U2 at the same time. And that would solve PLL Parity. So on screen right now should be the OLL Parity algorithm, and it looks very long, like 20 moves. There is always going to be a U2 after an R or R wide prime or an L move. Always remember that. So if we incorporate that, the algorithm will look like this. R, then we do a U2, we rotate downwards, we do an R, then a U2,
R, then another U2, and we notice that there's always a U2 after one move.
and at the end there is no U2. Here we do one R, then you do U2, you rotate downwards, and then you do 2 R's. And then a U2, R, and then a U2. And then you do an R prime, then an L, and then an R prime. So it means bring that layer down, bring that layer down, and bring that layer down. So and then after that you do R, and then down, and then down. So you go R, you rotate downwards, you do R twice, you bring this layer down, you bring this layer down, then you bring this layer down, and then you bring that layer up, and then bring it down twice again. So let's do that. Do an R, U2, and then rotate downwards, and then we do 2 R's, and then we go bring this layer down, bring this layer down, then bring this layer down, and then we bring this layer up, and then bring this layer down twice. So that is my video on how to solve a 4x4 Rubik's Cube. If you liked the video, please subscribe, like, and click the notification bell icon. And tell me down in the comments, could I improve anything in this video or any future video suggestions. Anyway, I'll see you again next time. Goodbye.
I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.